STEM Lockdown Digital School. This is an English home language. No, this is an English first additional language lesson to grade 10 learners. And we're going to be doing the topic writing and presenting diary entry revision. Good afternoon, Renelwe. Welcome to our lesson. I am your host, Ms. Pearl Nontantalanga. I will be teaching you guys English for today. And our topic, like I mentioned in the previous slide, is diary entry. I just want to give a quick shout out to a learner who submitted their work last week. This learner is Tyrone Foster, and he submitted to me a flyer based on the flyer lesson we had last week. So shout out to Tyrone. At the end of today's lesson, you will know what a diary entry is. You will know what the purpose of a diary entry is. You will know the writing features of a diary entry. You will know how to write an interesting diary entry and how to organize ideas to write a successful diary entry. You will also know how to present a seamless diary entry in writing. Let's first start with the question, what is a diary entry? A diary entry is a portrayal of daily events. So, for example, if you go through something at work or at school and you'd like to express it or write it down, that could be considered as a form of a diary entry. The author presents his or her evaluation of the day or events written from the writer's point of view. The first person narration is the most appropriate approach. So when you are writing a diary entry, it is always in your personal point of view. Diary entries are very subjective, and you always write diary entries in first person. And first person is when we usually use the pronoun I. Let's quickly talk about first person narration. First person narration is a type of narration that is objective and captures your personal opinions and thoughts. You would use the pronoun I to present your thoughts. So, for example, you'd write a diary entry talking about how you went through a terrible day at the mall because you couldn't find your favorite shoe. So, this diary entry will be about your personal story. So, you would say, I didn't enjoy my day today because I couldn't find the pairs of shoes I was looking for at the mall. So, it's very, very, very person orient. It's very first person orient. Right, let's look at first person narration again. I am going to the mall today. That's first person. Okay, so you are going to the mall and you are telling someone else that you are going to the mall. Sometimes you're just talking to yourself. It's first person. I am unhappy today. Again, we've used the pronoun I. No one can argue with I statements because they are personal experiences. So when you write a diary entry and use I statements all the time, right? No one can argue with that because that is your own personal experience. That's why I said earlier, it is subjective. It's your own opinion. Okay, the language you use when writing a diary entry is simple and direct to the point. This is not the time to use big malapropisms, or this is not the time to use a elaborate figurative language. Okay, you are basically talking to yourself. It's like talking to a friend, but only on paper. So you are simple in your approach when writing this, and it's direct. You go direct to the point. So this is what happened today, and this is how it made me feel. Some people express themselves differently, right? So you would want to express yourself in the form of a poem or a song. And in that case, you are writing a lyric or a poem. It's not considered a diary entry. The diary entry is when you write an I statements capturing certain events that happen in your day, week, or life. The tone will be determined by the nature of the entry. And again, tone is how your diary entry sounds. So if you are upset, you would want to use words, okay, that give us the visual imagery of someone who is upset. So, and if you are happy, you would want to use words that contribute to the theme of happiness. So, if you're writing a diary entry about going to a birthday party and you're excited about that, it has to show with the type of words that you will use in the diary entry that you are happy and excited. Do I have any questions at this point, or can I just move on? Okay, so I'll just move on. For example, a sad experience will carry a sad tone, while a celebratory experience will portray a jubilant tone. So if you've lost your dog or if your dog has died, God forbid, the tone will be sad. But if your sister has bought a new car, then the tone will be very jubilant. It's going to be very happy. Let's look at how sad experiences would sound. Sad experience. Today was the worst day of my life. My dog Gina has died. With this specific sentence, right? There's specific words that we have used that capture a specific type of tone. And the words are worst and died. Immediately when you read the words worst and died, you already know that this is not a good experience or a good diary entry. It's not happy. Let's look at the next one. I woke up this morning to wonderful news. My sister is getting married in a month's time. Right, this is a very celebratory one, and the words that give us an indication that this one is a jubilant turn are wonderful, married. You could also use the word, you could also circle the word sister, and wonderful news. Yeah, and those are the words that contribute to the tone. Remember, the tone is determined by the nature of the entry. Here's an example of a diary entry. Monday, 24 May 2010. Another friendly match for Bafana tonight. Although I am anxious for the game to start, I'm worried about the quality of their opinions. Will they live up to the expectations, or are we going to be trash tonight? Who will who will the coach field with the quality of players he has? I do not envy his position. I wish the last whistle was blown already. I feel it, but I fear it. So this is a diary entry, and from this specific diary entry on the 24th of May, we can tell that the person who has written it is very anxious, right? Not very excited about the game, but very anxious as to what is going to happen in the friendly match between Bafana and another international team. Right. Wednesday, 25 May 2010. That was unbelievable. The boys really gave a good account of themselves. They played as a unit in attack and defense. Why did I have to doubt them? With their motivation and commitment, they can take the world. The coach was right about the training camps being work in progress. The progress is there for all to see. No wonder the stadium was full on Monday evening. I have no doubt the cup is staying in the country. I can feel it. Only I do not fear it this time. If you read the second diary entry, which was written on, it's supposed to be Tuesday, but I see here it says Wednesday, right? It's very celebratory. So the person who has written this diary entry is very happy, very excited, right? He speaks about how Bafana had motivation and commitment and how he can feel it and he doesn't fear it anymore. So he's very happy and proud of his team. Right, so when you're writing a diary entry, you write the day in the left-hand corner or on the first line. You may not write in your diary every day, so writing the day can help you keep track of when things happen. So if you look at the example below, we have Monday, right? Let me go back quickly. We have Monday over there. Okay, then the next thing that's important, okay, I think I'm going back. Let me go forward. The next thing that's important is the date. Okay, so you write the date in the middle of your script in the same line as your day. There it is over there. You may not write in your diary every day, so dating your entries can help you keep track of when things happen. The next one, you begin each entry with a topic in mind. You don't have to have a one-line topic underlined. You can just start off with one sentence. For example, at the bottom of the screen, what a busy day. So before even reading the diary entry, I know I'll be reading about someone's busy day. Most people reach for their diary when they have something they want to get down on paper or think about. So there's your topic sentence. Then you have a salutation, and usually we use a salutation. A salutation is a greeting, right? And it often starts with Dear Diary. So at first, addressing the diary can feel almost like you're reaching out to a friend rather than simply writing or talking to yourself. You may find this helpful if you're new to journaling. So when we write our diary, it is always important to write Dear Diary. Next, language. Remember, diaries are very personal and they typically work best when you speak in the first person. In your diary, you are free to make everything about you. So remember, I told you we are speaking in the first person. So a lot of I statements. I've always wanted to visit London and I'm finally here. After Jim and I got ready in our tiny room, we went downstairs for our complimentary breakfast. So again, the narration is first person. Right, then at the end, you give us your signature or your name. So you sign off your diary at the end using a signature, name, or nickname, like the example we have there at the bottom of the screen, Kamal. Right, let's quickly recap the formats. You would start with your day, then you would have your date, then your entry topic, which is usually a sentence that gives us insight as to what your diary entry will be about. You would then have your salutation, which is the diary, a body, and a signature or name. Very easy, right? This diary entry revision is quite easy. Right, let's look at the formats. Remember, you would have your day and dates. So it's Monday, 4 May 2020. Then you skip a line, your topic, Ariana's birthday. Skip a line, salutation, dear diary. Skip a line, your body. And you would say, it's Ariana's birthday today. She has invited me at a Chinese restaurant. She has also invited other close friends. I am looking forward to meeting them and indulge in a bit of gossip. I have also thought about presenting Arena with a wristwatch. Today, my happiness knows no bounds, and I'll meet some of my old friends. I still need to decide what to wear for the occasion. Then you skip a line after your body and you write your signature or your name. And if you quickly look at the body of this diary entry, it's very, very happy, right? We know this is happy because we have the words birthday. We have invited me to dinner at Chinese restaurants, other close friends, looking forward, gossip, wristwatch, happiness knows no bounds. All of those words contribute to the jubilant or celebratory tone of the specific diary entry. Any questions at this point? Right, no questions. Let's move on to the next slide. Now it's your turn. Write a diary entry in 80 to 100 words expressing your feeling of getting an award for the best students in school. Write a diary entry in 80 to 100 words expressing your feeling of getting an award for the best students in school. When writing this diary entry, use this checklist. Do you have the day of the week? Yes or no? Is the date at the appropriate place? Yes or no? Is the diary entry Does the diary entry have a topic? Yes or no? Does it have a salutation? Yes or no? A body written in first person and a signature or name. In order to ensure that your diary entry is seamless, you would want to use this checklist to make sure that all of the components of a diary entry exist in your diary entry. And once you've written your diary entry, you can email them to me at langa.pearl@gmail.com. That's langa.pearl@gmail.com. If you thoroughly enjoyed this lesson and you're watching on YouTube, you can give us a thumbs up. Join in again tomorrow, and we'll be looking at an amazing lesson there as well. But before you leave, remember a diary entry is a portrayal of daily events. The author presents his or her evaluation of the day or events. It is written in the first person narration. Language choice is simple and direct, and the tone will be determined by the nature of the entry. Please tune in again tomorrow for another exciting English First Additional Language lesson. For more information, you can go to www.africateengeeks.co.za or contact me at langa.pearl@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media at African Teen Geeks. You can follow me on Twitter at Pearlings or catch me on Facebook at Pearl Pearling Langa. Thank you so much for joining this class. I appreciate everyone for joining in today. And Jeanette is asking a question. How long is this class? It's normally 45 minutes, but today's lesson is a review